Hi, everybody, and welcome to Positively Kimmy. I am Kimmy. I hope you all had a wonderful day today, and I hope that you managed to have good things happen to you today. What I want to talk to you guys about tonight is being grateful. Now, I recently went through a few things, and before that, people would talk about like affirmations, and I was like, what is this? This is bull. How is saying that something is going to happen going to make it true? Well, it's not a magic thing. It does happen. I've had a few different things that I have written down happen to me already, and I feel so blessed. And I'm glad that this unfortunate incident happened, but for me, it woke me up. And so every morning I start feeling positive, and I start with my affirmations. And in the beginning, when I first started doing my affirmations, I did not believe half of what I wrote. Excuse me, half of what I wrote. More than half of what I wrote. And I could only come up with maybe one or two things. And I was like, this is not going to happen. And I started going to therapy. And between that and my sister, I decided that, okay, let me give this a try. And they would tell me, different things like attracts like. So if you put your energy into something positive, then positive results will happen. If you put your energy into the negative, then negative results will happen. So I happen to have a lot of health issues, and one of my affirmations was, I am healthy. And I would be like in my head, that's such bullshit. I am not healthy. And it doesn't matter how many times I say I'm healthy, I know that there are things that are going on in my life and in my body that there's just nothing I can do about. And it turns out that your perception of your situation is what really matters. Okay, so you can perceive something as good, you can perceive something as bad. If you perceive it as good, then you see the glass kind of as half full, where if you perceive it as bad, maybe you don't even have a glass. Maybe you don't know where the glass is. Okay, and that's okay, but just know that what you put out into the universe, whether they're positive or negative, is going to come back to you. And I believe that truly because I've seen it happen. And even though I didn't realize that I was manifesting these things to happen, like my health, I wake up every morning, I still do sometimes, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to do this again. Well, you know what? Maybe I'm just having a bad day. Maybe my body is just tired. Your body will give you clues as to what it is that you need, okay? And you just do what you think you need to do, excuse me. But at the same time, you have a choice. Every day when you wake up, you have two choices. You have the choice to be happy and positive, or you have the choice to be miserable and negative. And when I tell you, it takes so much work to be negative, because you have to sit there with a scowl on your face every day, and you have to sit there and think these bad thoughts. Well, if you think bad thoughts, you can't go forward. The universe won't allow it until you decide, you know what? I'm going to tell myself I'm healthy every single day, which, by the way, is quite annoying, but that's another conversation. I'm going to tell myself I'm healthy every single day, and hopefully my mind will tell my body, you know what, you're feeling a little bit better. We still have to be proactive in our care. We still have to do what we need to do, but you're going to get healthier. And so far, I'm feeling a little bit better. I do have a lot of issues that there's nothing I can do about at the moment. But I'm here, and that in itself is amazing. I had a precancerous pancreatic tumor in 2002, which I talked about in an earlier video. And I should not be here now. And I never thought in my whole entire life that I would make it past 50. Well, I am 55, and it has been 20 years in July that I have had my Whipple surgery for this tumor, which they had told me at the time, my kids were 8 and 6. They told me at the time I would be making final arrangements within 6 months had this not been caught. And when I tell you, that is the most eye-opening, devastating news that you can get, if you look at it that way. If you look at it as devastating, if you look at it like this, I am resigned to my fight, to my issues. Yeah, you might have, unfortunately, cancer. And I'm not saying by saying, oh, I don't have cancer every day, that you're going to get rid of it. You might not. But maybe you will find a clinical trial, and that's going to help prolong your life. Maybe they'll come out with a cure for the type of illness that you have by that time. It's all about the way you look at things. More than half actually, of what goes on with us is perception. Probably about 90% is perception, and 10% is our reality. Now, you can choose every day to either have a good day or a bad day. Now, I'm not saying you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I just want to have a bad day. I'm going to mess with everybody I can find today. That's not it at all. But at the same time, you can wake up, have pains, have aches, and just be like, oh God, not one of these days again. And next thing you know, your whole day is like, oh, this is not good, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Or you can wake up, you can take your medicine, give yourself some extra time, put on your alarm earlier if you work, and say, okay, I have to get up, I have to be out the door at this time, but it's going to take me 20 minutes just to move. You take your medicine, you relax, maybe do a little chair stretches, whatever you can do, you do, so that your day is the best day possible for you. Okay? Now, I want to talk about being grateful. In the morning, I want you to start off with your affirmations and have a positive day. You can look, like I said, you can look at things one of two ways, either positive or negative. So let's just say you have a crabby boss that's been on vacation, and the office has just felt so much better because he hasn't been there. Well, now's the day he comes back, and you're sitting there and you're like, oh my God, this guy's coming back. He's going to get on our butts about a whole bunch of different stuff. I can't believe I have to go in. I'm not even feeling that good. Maybe I should call out. He's going to be in a bad mood. That means everybody's going to be in a bad mood. Or you can look at it like, oh, my boss is coming back today. It's been so nice that he went on a little vacation because we all got to relax a little bit at work and be a little bit more lax. But hopefully he's well rested and he's had a great vacation and he'll be in a great mood, and we'll have an easier day today because of that. It's all about perception. Now, as far as being grateful, I want you to think about how your day went. I'll tell you a little bit about mine, and tell you what it is I'm grateful for. Now, I have certain things that, without even thinking about, without knowing who you are, but knowing who I am, that I'm just grateful for every day. I'm grateful, obviously, for God in my life. Now, you can call it whatever you want. You can call him Buddha, Jehovah, Machiavelli, whatever you want to call the higher being. But just know that there is something more than you at work here. And because of this, when you write down what you're grateful for, when you write down your affirmations, it's like writing scripture. So what my sister and I have chosen to do is she bought me this book, and it's just a journal, and it's got parchment paper. So we use parchment paper and a number 2 pencil, or any pencil that is made of wood, and we write because that's coming from the earth. So now that's scripture. Anything I'm writing down, I'm focusing on, is scripture, and the universe sends that out in a package as soon as I ask for it. Now, am I going to get it when I ask for it? Probably not. But I can tell you that out of the things that I've written, I've already had things happen that are true. I was watching Steve Harvey, and he said, you have not because you ask not. I want to say that again. You have not because you have asked not. So if I don't ask the universe, my higher power, God, to help me with something, they don't know that I need that. Because obviously I'm doing fine, otherwise I'd ask for it. But the second you ask for it, it's going to be packaged and it's going to be delivered. Are you going to get it when you want it? Probably not. Are you going to get it at the appointed time when it's right for you to have? Absolutely. So I'm off on a little tangent. Sorry about that. So basically what I want to tell you is every morning I start off the same way. I am grateful and thankful and blessed to have God and the universe give me the things that I've already gotten, and I'm open to receiving even more gifts. Thank you. And then I start on what it is I'm grateful for. First thing, I'm grateful for God in my life. I didn't always have that, and my life didn't go according to the way I would have liked. And I believe it's because I forgot who is really in charge. Okay? I'm grateful that I woke up this morning. There's a whole bunch of people that did not get that opportunity. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my family. They are my support system, and they might be pains in the butt sometimes, but so am I. And it works out, okay? I'm thankful that I have a roof over my head, clothes in my closet, food in my refrigerator. And even when things are tight and it looks like I just have water and cheese, which normally is what happens by the end of the month, something always happens that comes along and says, oh, here, you need this? Well, I got this. So it comes at the appointed time, okay? Maybe you don't have a job, or maybe you do have a job and you're grateful because you have that job. Or you're looking for a new job with better opportunities, maybe better medical benefits, because right now, who doesn't need that, okay? For a long time, I didn't have a bedroom. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment most of my life, and my kids each did not get along. One is a slob, the other one was extremely neat. Borderline on impulsive, why can't I say it? OCD, okay? Obsessive compulsive disorder, okay? And he is the neatest, cleanest person, and just, you let him alone when he cleans, okay? And they could not share the same room because it was like Oscar and Tony from The Odd Couple, okay? So I gave them each a room, and I slept in the living room up until about, I'd like to say, a month and a half ago. My youngest son finally moved out. My mother is here living with me. I have a 2-bedroom apartment. And thankfully, because they're not babies anymore, I'm able to keep it clean. And I decorated my room with a door and a lock. And I have it done so that it makes my heart, my soul happy. And it's so hard to explain to someone that for 24 years, I slept on a couch in the living room or a recliner in my living room. I have a bed in this room. I have a door that locks, which for me is the most incredible thing, because I also now have something called privacy. And I'm so, so grateful for that, because this is not something I thought I would ever have. Okay, so now I have my room set up the way I want. I still need 1 or 2 things, and I'm so incredibly grateful and blessed to have these things. And one day I will get in that bed. I'm so used to sleeping on a recliner that I'm looking for a pillow that's a little bit more firm so that I can get comfortable. But I'm so grateful for that. And my door in my room has a lock on it. Might not seem like a big deal to any of you, but this is huge, huge for me, okay? So I am so grateful for that. And I'm thankful for the things that I do have. You know, even if I didn't have this room, I'm thankful that I have the roof over my head. I'm thankful that I have the health that I do have, because it's going to progress and probably could end up not being a great thing. But I am going to tell myself every day, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I got this, I can do this. And that's going to help me so much, and it will help you too. I don't focus on what I don't have, because when you focus on what you don't have, you're basically letting the universe know, well, I don't have that, so I guess you don't want it. Now I say, I am healthy. I am healthy, and I'm getting better. And it's not hocus pocus. And I want you to remember that like attracts like. So if I'm putting my energy into something that means something to me, that I like, that I want, that I can visualize, that's what I'm going to attract. If I am a gossiper and talk crap about people all the time, well, then I'm going to attract people I can gossip to. Or if I focus on myself and doing the work on myself, I will find people who are in the same situation. So I want you to think about that, and I'd like for you to write down maybe just 5 things that you're grateful for. If you can come up with more, by all means do. Leave it down in the comments below and let me know what you're grateful for. If you see your glass is half empty or half full, because I just see that I need to refill my cup. And I'm doing that now spiritually. I'm working on myself. I'm filling my cup up with positivity. And I hope the same for you. So have a great night, everybody. And again, I'm Kimmy, and I hope you will like and subscribe. And this will happen more often. Night. Mwah. Love you.